Hello. Today I'm going to do a video about relationships with boys and friends with my condition and the experiences I've had with them, if that makes any sense. So right, I'm first of all gonna start off with dating relationships sort of thing. So since finding out about my condition, I've only really dated 2 people really, and the first one that I dated, I was with him from September 2006. So and then I found out on the 30th of January 2007. So we'd only been together a few months, if that makes sense. So we were sort of in quite a new relationship anyway. And then he still stayed with me through that. And we kind of never really spoke about anything. We kind of never really talked about it or anything. It was always kind of sort of like a dirty secret, I guess, because he wouldn't talk to me about it. If I ever needed to talk to someone, he would never talk about it. He was always silent. I would try and talk about things and never really talk about it. But anyway, so yeah, and he was there through most of the things that happened. I've said in my other videos, he was there in the hospital when I had my operation, having my gonadectomy. He was there holding my feet, which is a weird thing to say, but that kind of was yeah. But yeah, and we split up about 6 or so months ago. And right, the thing was, seeing as I'd found out I had this condition and everything, I feel kind of I stayed with him more just because of I was scared that I wouldn't meet anyone and that I would not die alone, but because it's quite. Oh, I know I did this in another video how I explained it doesn't really mean anything, but inside my head it means a lot more than it means outside, if you know what I mean. And it's kind of a thing that you tell someone and then they're going to be a bit what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? But anyway, so yeah, I feel I was just really with him because of I was scared that I was going to not find someone. I know it's really silly. But anyway, so when we split up, right, I felt a huge weight off my shoulders. I actually felt I know that's not a nice thing to say, but I actually felt relieved to just be out of that situation, because of I would always be sat inside and not really doing much, and he'd always be out and stuff, and we didn't really communicate about anything to do with my condition. I always sort of just felt I don't know, I was just I wasn't really. I don't really know how to explain it. I'm rubbish at explaining things. If you have not learnt by now, which I'm sure everyone knows, that I cannot explain anything. And then recently, a while ago, I met this guy, and he was really I told him about it, and he's fine for it, and he's been quite at first he was a bit confused, and I said to him, this is literally what I actually said to him: you can run away now if you want, because I know it's kind of a really weird thing to tell someone. So I actually gave him the option to run away, and he didn't. But he's quite been really understanding about it. He took me up to London to have go for my checkup, and he was there when I had to have my blood test, and he held my hand and everything, and it was really nice that actually someone cares, I guess. So right, I'm on testosterone injections at the moment. Yay, testosterone. And what happens is when you first take it, it's all good, and you're really up high, if that makes sense. So everything's wee, and you feel quite good about yourself. You just feel generally upbeat and generally quite that's, I don't really know how to explain it, but anyway, you just feel quite alive and everything. And then as it gets to say so you're going along, and it was every 3 months I was taking it, but now it's every 10 weeks. But anyway, as you're going along, then all of a sudden it just goes like that and just drops off completely, and you just feel utter shit. That is the only way to describe it. I just feel so when it just drops off like that, I literally just feel so low and just so just down and just fed up, and I don't know how to I literally just feel so rubbish, and I just feel really upset all the time. I just feel down. I just feel really even more lonely than I feel as it is, and I just kind of have been a few times have taken that out on him, which is not a nice thing to do, and I felt really bad about it. So I've kind of I'm just really good at fucking everything up, really. That's the honest answer. But it was all because of like my hormones and everything, and I just like, but for some reason he still saw me afterwards, so you know. And he is such an amazing, lovely guy, and he has just been really nice about everything. And like, if I ever want to talk about anything to do with it, he actually talks to me. He's like, I think he's even like researched into it and found out about it and stuff. But it's just, he's a really amazing guy, and I would love to be with him. And like, you know, but yeah. So that's like my 2 relationship experiences, I guess. Not that they're both really relationships, but I would like the second one to be a relationship. Anyway, now on to friends, like how friends have reacted and like what has been my experience with friends. Wow, this is gonna be fun. Well, I will tell you some interesting stories now. So I told my friends just after I found out about my condition at college, and some of them went around and told people because they were nice like that, and they just thought they would tell people I had cock and balls, you know, as you do. So my like first proper boyfriend, he was told by his friend that I had, instead of ovaries, I had testicles, which is true, right? But he then went on to say that you were sleeping with a man, and then all this like, you know, snowballed, and then people were asking me, oh, so you know, and a really good friend of mine came up to me one day and said, oh, and this person said you've got a cock and balls, is that true? And I was a bit like, just like that, I just did not know what to say, and I was just like, no, and I just walked off. I didn't really talk to them. But anyway, so that's like some of it. But right, and that's all like the bad experiences I've had because of, to be honest, I don't really trust people as much anymore after all that, because of, it's hard to trust people when you know that people like are just try to fuck you over really, and they just don't want to be nice to you. But anyway, so I've had nice experiences as well. But like meeting people with AIS has been amazing because of like literally when you like just turn up and you get there and like you see them, you literally just instantly feel like a connection, and you just kind of like you like as if you've known them forever, like oh, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like an instant connection, like, and you just, sorry I've said like so many times, but it's just like a complete instant connection, and you just like hug them and you just feel like you've known them forever. And yeah, so that's a nice thing. The only problem is they all live quite far away, so I don't get to see them very often. And then the other issue is that I've got some really, really fucking amazing friends, right? Really amazing, I mean that. And they're all my Filofax friends, all from Filofaxy. And they are like the most amazing friends I've ever had. Like, I seriously do think they're amazing. But anyway, they all live like up country, so I only get to see them like at Filofaxy meetups. We do like talk all day on Twitter and like Facebook and like, you know, social networking, and like talk like over Skype and stuff. But you know, it would just be nice if I could see them, like, you know, if like I lived close or something. But they've all been really, really nice and supportive. Like if I ever do like these videos and everything, you'll see like nice comments from them. And like on my blog posts I've done, they do like nice comments. They've just all been really lovely about it, and they've all been very nice and supportive, and I love my Filofax friends. So yeah, that's like my experiences with relationships and like friends. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, put them down there, and I'm going to do a question and answer video in a minute, and then I'll upload that, and then if any other new questions, I'll do another video if there's enough questions. So yay! I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it may have helped someone. I'm not too sure how, but I hope it has. So thank you. Bye!